Hey guys, in this video I want to talk about these new props that I've been testing out on my Holybro Copus 1. It's these dowel props. They're the new 5040 Cyclones, or the T5040Cs. You can see here they have a totally different shape from the prop that they're replacing. And this is the dowel prop 5040 V2. You can see here this is a classic shape. I think this is a clone of an HQ prop from a while back. And it's got, classic lines here, straight here, and it's a little tapered on the end. It's a good prop. I've been using this for quite a while. I like this prop on a lot of the higher kV motors, like the 2500 to 2700 kV motors. They seems to be better because it's a little bit less aggressive pitch, so you get less amp draw, a little bit more efficiency, but you still get a very good response in terms of the throttle. So I think they basically designed this Cyclone prop to replace this one, have similar characteristics as the 5040, but I think that they've I'd say that they've improved some things here. It's honestly, they're kind of hard to tell apart. There's I think that the biggest difference is on the hard turns. The newer prop, the 5040 Cyclone here, seems to bite the air a little bit better than the 5040C did. I'm sorry, the old 5040 V2s. So that's probably the only big difference here, and I'll also show you the weight as well. They're pretty much exactly the same. In terms of how the Copus flew on the new prop here, the Cyclone versus the old prop that came with, this is a, what is this, Gemfan 5045 bullnose prop, and it's a lot heavier. The throttle response isn't as nice as it is on the new Cyclone prop. It has to do with the weight. Very, very responsive on the throttle with the 5040 Cyclones. So let me just show you the weight first. Okay, so the old 5040 V2s are coming in at 4.05 grams. And then the new 5040 Cyclones are coming in at 4.03, 4.0, around the same weight. So they're pretty much, I would say, about the same. And then these Gemfan, the ones that came on the Copus originally, are much heavier. They're about 1.7 grams, 1.75 grams heavier, so 5.7778 grams. So that's why this one doesn't feel as responsive in terms of throttle response. It's a little, it takes a little bit more energy for the motor to spin this prop up than it does the 5040 Cyclone. Now, in terms of the flexibility of the prop, I think that the V2s here are a bit more flexible. I'm going to try and apply the same amount of force here, and I think this material is thinner. The blade is thinner than on the Cyclone, so it does bend more, so you're going to get more flex in the prop, whereas on the new Cyclone, this material seems to be thicker, and especially here in this part, in the middle part of the blade, is definitely not as willing to bend. So if you have crashes where you bend here, it'll probably misshapen the prop so much where you probably won't be able to use it again. But it'll probably take a lot more force to bend the prop in this spot here. It's more likely to bend on the edges here, or just snap off at the hub if you have a pretty bad crash. And if I apply the same amount of force that I did as I did on the V2s, because of the thicker blade and I think also a little bit wider here, it does not want to bend as easily. So I think that's a good thing. I think that's an improvement over the old V2s. I think the stiffer prop does fly a little better. So in addition to testing the new Cyclone props here, I am also testing the new Foxeer Pagoda antenna on the back here, and I can tell you right off the bat that I replaced the stubby antenna that came with the Copus originally. I don't know what kind of antenna this is or who makes this antenna. I didn't like the video reception from this antenna. It wasn't that good. So the Pagoda antenna, you'll see in the flight footage, this video footage is very, very good. There is like these trucks that are construction equipment that I fly behind, where it does break up a little bit, but that's totally to be expected. Whereas I would have clean line of sight to this antenna with nothing in between. I would get video breakups just on flips and rolls, which was pretty bad. And if you guys, I know you guys are going to be asking me what I'm using for my receiver. it's just this setup. Here's my Fat Shark. These are the Dominator V3s, and I have the Relay CC RX 5808 module here, the diversity module with the Achilles firmware. I think it's the newest one. And I have a TBS Triumph antenna at a 90-degree angle to the Luminar Axie antenna. So I'm using two different types of antennas here for the diversity setup, and they're at 90 degrees, so I get maximum coverage using the setup to get pretty good video reception. So this combined with the Pagoda antenna here from the Foxeer, I think that you'll see that the video quality is pretty good in the reception. So I'll go ahead and I'll show you the video footage now.